What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging in with me, being patient while I take my time getting ready. I appreciate you. Hopefully I have everything set up the way that it's supposed to be. I don't know, I didn't really check anything beforehand. We're truly just winging it to see what happens today. But how's everybody doing? I'm going to apologize in advance as well for my let's see, monitors. Where's my output? My output monitor is gone. While I get that set up, I'm going to apologize in advance to everybody for stream health quality right now. I'm kind of fighting with my internet service provider. They want to send you these nifty new boxes so that you have to play by their rules, and I hate it. I just don't like the boxes. The boxes make it so that you don't have control over your resource anymore. It ultimately amounted to like me not being able to use my VPN, and I'm not about that. Anyway, excuse me. There we go. Display capture. Add a new source. Our output source. Output. Yep. So, hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I actually am. So I can't complain. Well, recursion going on there. There we go. There's your output. We'll go ahead and pull this up over here in live server so that we can get our console display going. When last we left off, where were we? We were at such a point that you guys can't see the. Oh yeah, you do. Oh, it's overlaid on everything. Excuse me, y'all. Everybody, you're so patient today. Get this wound down. Wow. There we go. I like that. That'll work. That'll do. Maybe crunch it up a little bit. Oh, there's plenty of real estate up here, huh? Yeah, let's move it up here. You guys to be able to see this. You folks, excuse me. I want you folks to be able to see this. There we go. I can dig it. Good deal. Let's get started. So, there we go. When last we left off, well, let's go just look at our goals for a second. So, we set up the request method for our application in JavaScript using Fetch API. We set up an HTML skeleton and we started routing some of the data that we returned from the API back onto this HTML screen. We were able to do that specifically with Charizard, of course, and every other Pokemon. I think our next step, what we want to get accomplished today, and I'll go ahead and gosh, excuse me, I'm just like snorting over here. I need to blow my nose. I'll just put X's next to these. They are completed, and we can move on to something else. What do we want to get done today? All right, let's ask them to come in. Say hello. Good girl. Excuse me. Alright, so now we want to, I think, set up a prototype prototype Pokemon object. So that we have some sort of a skeleton when this data comes in that we can assign the data to. We'll use, it's a, I'm grabbing a book so that I can read something. I recommend this book, Design Patterns, Elements of Reusable Object-Oriented Software, also called Gang of Four, for those of you that are software developers. Anyway, out of Gang of Four, the prototype. What is a prototype? A prototype is, the intent is to specify the kinds of objects to create using a prototypical instance, and create new objects by copying this prototype. So basically what we're going to do is, we actually already did this in a way, right? Like this was our, we already have a prototype, excuse me. So we do have this prototype here. So now we need to start putting our response that we're getting from our request into the Pokemon prototype. Yeah, so I guess let's get started. I don't even know where to start right now. We are truly just winging it. I neglected to do any research for this stream, and it's just what it is. I'll also keep docs over here on this output screen so y'all can follow along whenever I do things. I'll also try to remember to put the my URLs in chat for you so that you're able to see those. Anyway, excuse me. Alright, so let's just look at MDM documentation for I'm just going to go here, for prototypes. Prototype, that's perfect. It should pull up some docs on JavaScript prototype, because of the JavaScript prototype object. Let's see. Prototype. These are all prototypical objects. Okay. I don't know why I did that. In any case, I'm just gonna start typing and see what happens. So we have our request there. We're returning the response.json. Alright, and then with that, I want to, with that response, this is kind of where I want to start. Assign Pokemon data to prototype. Let's see if we can't get that done here, and then we'll console log that the Pokemon that we create. I think that'll be some good steps in the right direction. So. With that response, we have how about, can we just take the response equal to new Pokemon? Is that a thing that we can do? Is it a prototype or is it a constructor? I guess it is a constructor method, right? And then take response dot name response dot level response dot. I don't like like this. I don't like what we're doing here. I'm actually going to reassign the response to something different. I'm already returning response.json. Let's stop here. I apologize. I'm having a rough time with the focus today, and that's okay. We all go through that, and it's okay to be able to push through and continue doing what you're doing despite that. I'm not frustrated by it, by the way. It's just, there we go. Cool. That's exactly what we wanted. So, basically all I'm doing is I'm taking the time to reassign response to monster. The reason I'm doing that is because I want this to be more intuitive down the road for myself, just so that I can keep track of it. Because once I'm going to now take monster and I'm going to stuff it into this new Pokemon. Get rid of that. Keep that there. Cool. Response, console log, monster. I might even rewrite this again. Who knows? It just depends. I'm rewriting it as we speak. That's okay. I'm grabbing a fidget. All right, here's the neighborhood dogs. So let's see. We have our response. With that response, we just want to go ahead and create a new Pokemon. I can say let monster equal new Pokemon. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of this. I want to stuff it into this prototype right away. Alrighty. Oh, haha, I'm being silly. We need to console log response. Obviously these in our response JSON are not this yet. And that's okay. I'll show you what I mean now. I'm going to console.log the response so that we see it up here. Alright. Actually, we don't need this anymore. This was a test. And it passed. We're feeding in a level. Okay. We want to know its ID. So it's there. It is the response.id. Response.name is the name. Alright, so response dot ID. Good. Nextly, we're gonna feed in a level. I'm just gonna put 25. That's in 25, right? Yeah, that'll work. Cool. And then the sprite is gonna be a little trickier because we're gonna have to dig a little bit. So here we go. We'll just go with this. Front default. So it'll be response sprites front default. And then we'll console log monster. See what we get? I think we're on the right. Yes. We're on the right path. We got it. Okay, cool. We just dug into that API. And we did it successfully. I'm gonna take just a second to it's good, right? That took a while. That's fine. But we actually ended up with much less lines of code than I thought we were going to. And I'm pretty happy with this. So we'll go over. Of course, we're gonna. Of course, we're going to add to this kind of Pokemon prototype, this constructor right here. But we'll go over what we did. So first we took with the response, we already knew that it was returning well exactly what we wanted. That's this here. This line is console logged on line 37, right? We already knew it was returning everything that we wanted it to. So now we had to just reassign those responses to this new monster object, this new Pokemon, this constructor for a Pokemon, or this prototype for a Pokemon. So I think in JavaScript it's officially called a constructor, but it is a prototypical object. So good stuff. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back with you. I know that was short, but I'm happy with this. Yeah. Give me just a moment. Thanks for that, guys. Folks. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get started again. So the next big kind of challenge that we have to face right now is that we want to get this move list going. Yeah, I'd kind of like to get that done before we head back to the HTML. Whoa! Gross. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Before we head back to the HTML, so that is the next big challenge, but I'm honestly not sure how to take it on. So we're honestly going to we have to do what? We have to parse. We're going to parse through this JSON and then assign each move to right through the results. I wonder if we can do that right. It's equal to, and then we can what? Well, let's see if we can access this move list in the HTML. I'm gonna pull up Poke API so that we always have a clean version of the API to look at and something to drill into. So we want to look at his moves right there. We'll go into that. Honestly, we don't have types or anything up yet either. Ditto only knows one move, right? Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we get if we just moves. Move list. It's fine. Equals move list. I think that this is where we would kind of do the parsing bit, but let's see. Response dot moves. I want to see what we get when we console log monster, and we're right here. So we just console log monster. Move list returned an array. Good. That's exactly what we wanted. But what? But it returned an array of all the moves in the game rather than oh, this was Charizard. We're looking at a different Pokemon. I was all, why is Ditto returning so many moves? Whoa, let's look at Ditto. We're verifying now. Actually, this looks just right. We do, however, have to verify that we're only pulling up moves for a specific version. Right now we're not, but we'll get into that here in a moment. Alright, yeah, so that looks a little bit better. That's funny. Alright, cool. I'm actually happy with that. But it's still not what we want. Because we just want the next 5. We don't want the whole list. And when this monster object comes back, I want it to come back like done. I want it to come back ready to go, ready to load on the page. Like this call, really we're only making one call per click, right? Because we can put the name of the Pokemon and its level all in one, yeah. So what? Should we assign some sort of a function to the Pokemon prototype or the Pokemon constructor? Do you do that? Do you put the the function within the constructor that would take care of the logic behind behind what? What am I trying to say? That would take care of the logic behind creating that move list. Does that make sense? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Let's find out. Shall we? Let's do that. Let's look. So I'm gonna go outside of this this fetch. Right? Yeah. So there we go. And I'm gonna create a new function. Function the function is actually going to be it's going to maybe accept 2 parameters. The move list and the level. Yeah. It'll accept the move list and the level. Based on the level, it will return the next 5 moves in that list. We'll put the function here, and it'll accept both the level and the move list, and then assign that list of, or that array of 5 to this move list, this dot move list, the Pokemon move list. Because remember, this Pokemon is this Pokemon. So like when we're talking about this, we're talking about these responses. Does that make sense? I'll just call it next 5 moves. I don't like that name. Small move list. I don't know. Grudge. Small move list. Small move list seems good. It'll accept a level and a large list. Cool. Now we need to figure stuff out. We need to figure a few things out about the API first. So, let's see. First off, we might have to set up a second request. This is not clean, and we're cleaning as we go, and we're learning as we go, and I know that I'm under no disillusion about how poor this code is right now, but it's getting better. I'm excited about it. Because we may have to create a whole other prototype for moves. We need to do some investigation into this API. Alrighty. So, you see what I'm saying? here's the API for moves, which is on a totally different endpoint than for Pokemon, which is fine. We will be taking this ID that we return, and with it, we'll be probably making another request. A request for the next 5 moves for a specific generation for a specific Pokemon. So I'm gonna check this out just so that we can see how this endpoint reacts. Just open this up on a different thing. Move ditto. Undefined. Was it moves? V2 move. Alright. Oh, okay. It's the name of the move. Let's look more at the Pokemon object then. Because the Pokemon object also has a Pokemon name Gloom. The Pokemon object also has, I thought it had, moves. I guess it doesn't. Pokemon. Let's look again. Pokemon abilities. No. Characteristics. No. Here it is. Pokemon moves. We knew that it has this. Is there a way that we can further sort this? Alright, let's look at this. Let's look at what we are returning. Monster moves. We already have this API set up for ourselves, so let's see what's in here. Undefined. Who are we looking at? Ditto. Let's look at Charizard. It's actually hot. Move list, excuse me. There. Cool. That looks more like it, doesn't it? So let's see. Y'all see, this is why we're in here. Because, yeah. I'm so glad we left. Okay. So, this Pokemon has these things called, or this move list has these things called version group details. And those version group details are covered by like which game those come through. We're looking at one version group specifically. I think there's a second dog at my door. We're looking at one version group specifically. It'll be the red-blue version group, of course. So basically, we're going to go through this list. We're going to say if it's not from version group red blue, we don't even want to see it. This is going to be an undertaking. All right. So if it's not in version group red blue, we don't want to see it. Is there really just no way to see? I mean, I guess that's it. We just have to figure out the logic. We have to figure out the logic, which is okay. I'm actually going to call it right here. We've been streaming for about an hour. This has kind of been a short stream because I've been in and out. But that's okay. I'm happy with what we accomplished. I'm going to work out some code on my own before I sit through here and kind of make you guys sit through watching me chug through code. So what I'll do is I'll kind of sit and take some time to work through the functions that are on on this page. Basically, how are we going to get specific moves into this move list? Because it's going to be a little bit of array manipulation. That's what JavaScript is all about. But I want to make sure that I'm clear on JavaScript array methods and things like that, so that you guys are clear, and so that you folks are clear. I appreciate you folks for tuning in today. Have a good day in Midgard.